Okay, so um ilang parts lang naman ng math 10. Ah, ang ano, wala pa pala akong syllabus na share sa inyo. Sige, share ko sa email na lang. Well, teka, meron ba dito? Meron pala ako dito. Okay, so luma ito na syllabus. Papadala ko ng bagong syllabus ng math 10. Um, konting ano lang siya, konting topics lang ang i-discuss. So, it would be logic and reasoning, um, set theory, numbers and patterns, tsaka uh, shapes, tapos math and arts and humanities and issues in trends in mathematics. Okay? Hello, meron dito. Will the meeting be recorded or... recorded na siya ngayon. Ah, okay, so, eto, i-discuss ko tong, siguro itong unang tatlong to. And then yung last part, sa ibang instructor na siya, lilipat natin. Lipat. So, pero siguro gagawa ko rin tong shapes, tapos siya na yung bahala sa last na ito. Okay? And then, ito lang yung mga ano natin. Quizzes, 15%, group activities, 25%, midterm and final exams, 40%, capstone project, 20%. Siguro ang bahala na sa capstone project part ninyo, yung second part na. So, yung midterm, let me check kung ako ba yung taya pa rin dyan o siya. Pero yung ano, quizzes, siguro, quiz tayo, sige from time to time. Yun lang yun. Pero, tingnan natin, kung may time pa. Pero, as much as possible, gusto ko na i-cover ko lang yung mga dapat ito. Okay? So, ito lang pala, yung midterm exam, logic reasoning, set theory, numbers, and patterns. Final exam will cover shapes, maths, humanities, and arts, issues and trends in mathematics, and so on. And ito naman yung ano. Sige, padala ko sa inyo yung syllabus in a while kapag naayos ko na siya. Kasi for last semester. Okay. So, may question dito. Kung walang question, can now start with logic and reasoning. Okay naman? Okay, that's good. So, tayo. So, ano ang logic and reasoning? So, these are just from sa slide, ano lang, dun sa notes namin sa Math 10 that were provided to us instructors. So, basahin ko lang siya. Logic plays a very important role in mathematics. It is the foundation on which the discipline is built. Now, all the proofs that you had written while you study in algebra and geometry, well, you start first with the assumptions, and then we use definitions and perhaps some known results, and argue logically to establish the conclusion. Now, we consider mathematics as a language with its own symbol and grammar. The symbols may represent various mathematical objects like numbers, sets, or functions. The grammar will be the rules when combining these objects and rules based on the actions. One cannot overemphasize the importance of logic in mathematics, but logic or logical reasoning is just as important in our everyday life. In the year of fake news, post-truths, false advertising, we must be able to discern what is true or false. We should be able to determine if a certain argument is valid or not. So, yun yung role na ipe-play ng logic. Basically, it's we can say na siya yung foundation or tama, foundation or one of the building blocks of mathematics. Pero hindi naman talaga ito yung mga naging cover ng exam. Ito yung mga naging cover ng exam. So here are the learning outcomes. So determine whether a statement has a truth value. Number two, negate simple and compound statements. Number three, describe the various form of the conditional. Number 4, use truth tables to determine the truth value of a statement. 5, determine whether an argument is valid or invalid using Euler diagrams or truth tables. And number 6, illustrate deductive and inductive reasoning. Okay, so i-cover natin yung mga different aspects of logic. Okay. So, we shall study a very basic object in mathematical logic. We call them statements. Tapos, kapag may statements ka, may mga operations and relations tayo regarding those statements. This will be important when we discuss the concept of valid and invalid arguments. So, kumbaga, pag nag-aaral tayo ng halimbawa ng arithmetic or algebra, ang mga importanteng mga bagay doon, yung mga numbers, kung ano yung mga salitang functions, and so on. So, kumbaga, yun yung mga species natin kapag nag-aaral sa mga domain of math, sa mga domain of knowledge na yun. Pero sa domain of knowledge ng logic, ang gagamitin natin yung mga concept ng statements. So, ang tanong, ano ang mga statements? So, a mathematical statement is a statement, basically, it's also a statement that can be assigned a truth value and be classified as either true or false, pero hindi both. So, ito yung parang importanteng kailangan yung maalala forever. Parang okay lang, anto, memorize siya, madali siyang maalala. A mathematical statement is ang iba pang ginagamit ng term dito, declarative sentence. Okay? Declarative sentence that is either true or false but not both. Yun yun. So, hindi pwede maging true or false yung uh, statement mo. It either has to be one of them. Okay? Now, lowercase letters P, Q, R, S are used to represent mathematical statements. Example, the following are mathematical statements. So we have here the mathematical statement small p, 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Q, 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. R, all rows are red. S, the Philippines has more than 7,100 islands. Okay, so investigate natin yung bawat statements na to. Note that P and S, mali. P and S are true statements, while Q and R are false. Now, note that all the above statements are declarative statements or declarative sentences. In other words, mathematical statements are declarative sentences that are either true or false but not both. Okay, regardless, true man ito, true and true ito true, etong dalawang ito ay false. Regardless, kahit false pa yan, mathematical statement pa rin sila. Okay? So it doesn't invalid being false doesn't invalidate a statement from becoming a mathematical statement. So mathematical statement pa rin ito kahit false sila. Okay? Next. Now, we shall not consider declarative statements whose truth value is not clear or a matter of opinion as mathematical statements. Questions, exclamations, and imperatives are not considered as mathematical statements as well, since these sentences do not have a truth value. So yung mga questions, ito yung interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence, tsaka imperatives, yung mga may exclamation points. Ay, imperatives pala, orders. Mga orders pala are not considered as mathematical statements. So parang nag-aaral ng grammar dito sa part ng logic. So, the following are not examples of mathematical statements. Number 1, happy birthday. Number 2, message me. Number 3, can we be friends? 4, 5 plus 1. 5, x plus 3 is equal to 0. Number 6, mathematics is interesting. Number 7, 7 is a lucky number. Okay, bigyan ko kayo ng hint para malaman ninyo kung mathematical statements ba or hindi. Unang-una, sabi daw dito, kapag may question, kapag naka-question form, exclamation, or imperative, hindi na automatically, hindi na sila mathematical statement. So ito, imperative, hindi na mathematical exclamation, hindi na mathematical statement. Imperative, or nagbibigay ng order, hindi na mathematical statements. For this one here, interrogative or question mark, hindi na rin siya mathematical statement kasi kailangan declarative sentence. Now, paano itong mga huling ito ay hindi sila naging sentence or hindi sila naging mathematical statement? Okay, sabihin niyo 5 plus 1, di ba? Dapat mathematical statement yan kasi clearly it's numbers. The thing here, it's not a mathematical statement kasi pag sinabi mong statement, it has a subject and it has a, predicate. Okay, etong predicate, meron kang object part dito. Okay, like I told you earlier, para tayong nag-grammar lesson dito ngayon. Now, ang 5 plus 1, if you write it out, 5 plus 1, subject lang ito. Wala kang predicate part. In fact, yung subject, verb, object part. Ito yung predicate part natin. Verb and object. Wala tayong verb. So wala tayong verb that signifies the action for this one here. Again, grammar na talaga. 5 plus 1. 5 plus 1 is what? We don't know. Walang verb na kasunod. Although alam natin ang sagot dito ay 6. Depende yan kung pinag-uusapan natin talaga yung real numbers lang. 5 plus 1 is 6. Wala yon, hindi in-specify. So, this one, dahil hindi specified yung verb, tsaka yung object, this one is not a mathematical statement. Okay? Okay yan? Dito rin, x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now, we have encountered all of this kind of stuffs before. Pero, sabi niya, bakit hindi rin siya mathematical statement? Sabihin nyo kasi walang period. Okay? Hindi yun yan. X plus 3 is equal to 0 kasi hindi specify saan nagagaling si X. Okay? Hindi sinabi kung saan siya nagagaling. Ano ba tong X na to? Is X a number? Is X an animal? Is X an object? Hindi in-specify. Kaya yung narinig niyo yung term dati from high school, yung domain of a function, yung mga ganun. You have to specify kung ano, saan nagagaling tong number X na yan. We will talk about these kinds of statements soon. Yung kapag meron kayong tinatawag na mga variable. And paano ginagawang mathematical statement ang mga gaya ng mga ganito. So, hindi ka lang basta, kasi kailangan sa math, you have to be precise and accurate. Hindi ka lang basta pwede mag-drop ng ganitong statement. You have to specify saan nang gagaling si X. Okay? Si X by katang-isip mo lang ba siya or what? Okay? So these two, yun yung dahilan kung bakit hindi sila mathematical statements. Now, number 6 and 7. Why aren't they mathematical statements? Kasi number 6 and number 7, opinions sila. Okay? Opinions. Now, how do you know kung isang bagay o opinions? Most of the time, kapag may adjective ka, adjective, a lucky number, adjective yung mga yan. Most of the time, kapag adjective yung usapan natin, um, ano sila, it will fall under the category of opinions. And most probably, uh, it will be classified as a non-mathematical statement. Now, yun yung in general, hmm, uh, karamihan ng mga adjectives, i-invalidate niya ang isang sentence or ang isang statement in not becoming a mathematical statement. However, may mga ibang adjectives. Kaya ingat kayo, hindi lagi. May mga ibang adjectives na um what do you call this one? It, hindi siya a matter of opinion. Halimbawa, when I get this book is yellow. Yellow is actually, this book is yellow. Yellow is an adjective. Pero, nakikita mo siya na yellow talaga siya. Okay? So, when I say the book is yellow, pero hinahawakan ko tong book na to, nakikita ninyong yellow talaga siya, then it's either true or false. Okay? Kasi meron tayong reference talaga. So, pag sinabi ko, this book is red. Okay? So, obviously, it's false, but it's a mathematical statement. Okay? It's a false mathematical statement kasi hindi red yung book. It's a yellow book. Okay? So, kaya ingat lang kayo, baka kasi pag may nakita kayong adjective agad, isipin ninyo, hindi ito mathematical statement kasi may adjective na involved. Most of the time, ganun yon. Pero, you have to use your judgment then kung hindi ba siya mathematical statement or hindi. But for these cases, it's not mathematical. These are not mathematical statements. Okay? So, sana malinaw yung part na yon. Okay na, ma'am? Okay. Sige. So, ito pala yung mga explanation. Okay. So, here are some exercises. So, let's see. Uh, let's let's answer some of this. So, Math 10 is a GE course. Is it a mathematical statement or not? Ayan, halimbawa, is a GE course. So, well, it this part here is actually an object part that describes Math 10. So, it's sort of uh etong part na to para siyang adjective ang labas niya na dinedescribe si Math 10. Pero is it a mathematical statement? The answer is yes. It's true and it's a true mathematical statement. How about what is your name? It's not a mathematical statement kasi interrogative siya. How about this? I am a UP student. Ito, another ano. This one is not a mathematical statement. Now, bakit hindi? Kasi yung I, para siyang example na ito. Yung X plus 3. Sino tong I na to na nagsasalita? I am a UP student. Okay? So, may ano eh. Pag sinabi, pag sinabi ni, um, pag sinabi ko ba I am a UP student, is it true? No. Hindi na ako UP, well, partially I'm a UP student. Kasi aaral pa rin ako. Pero pag sinabi iba sa inyo dyan na I'm a UP student, it's true. Pero pag may meron lang random person na nasa labas ng UP Manila na naglalakad, sinabi niya, I am a UP student, it might be false. So, may dalawa siyang pwede maging sagot. It's either true or false. In fact, ito yung second caveat na pwede kong sabihin. Kapag may mga pronouns kayo na ganyan, it again signifies na hindi ito mathematical statement. So ayan, ingat kayo pag may mga adjectives, pronouns. In fact, kung gusto niyo talaga maka-safeguard na mathematical statements ang meron kayo, your best bet is rely on nouns, verbs, and prepositions. Ayan lang. Rely lang kayo sa tatlong yan. Pag nakakita na kayo ng mga ibang mga parts of speech katulad ng pronouns, adjectives, adverbs. Actually, pala kalimutan ko, conjunction pala kasama pala dito, conjunction, preposition. Inisa-isa talaga natin ang grammar lesson natin. Kumbaga, stay kayo sa lane ng nouns and verbs. Kasi ang nouns, sabihin talaga nila yung actual noun. And verb, kailangan mo ng action. Okay? Nouns and verbs. Pag meron kayo nun, medyo safe kayo. Pag may mga pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, medyo dito kayo mag-steer away. Pero, ano yon? Kasi kailangan pa ng ano eh, definitions ng mga yon. Especially mga adjectives na they might give you an impression of opinions. So, kailangan sila bigyan talaga ng definitions. Kaya when you go to law school, laging obsessed ang mga law students or lawyers na can you define it first? Can you define this, define this bago sila mag-drop ng mga mga ano nila, what they call this one, verdicts or claims or anything like those. Okay? And if you look at number 4, x is less than y. Again, this is not a mathematical statement. Kasi x is less than y, sino si x? Or ano si x? Ano si y? It doesn't give you uh, any facts. Parang I din yan yung x and y. Okay? Please open the door. It's not a mathematical statement kasi it's an order. Pi is a special number. Pi is a number, is a mathematical statement. Pero pag nilagyan mo siya ng special, what do you mean by special? May adjective ka. So it's not a mathematical statement. Now, the chairs are pink or the earth is round. Yan, parang okay. Meron na naman dito ang adjective and the earth is round. Now, the chairs are pink. It's either true or false. Okay? Kasi pag nakakita ka naman talaga ng upuan, ang isang upuan, hindi naman siya pwede maging pink or not pink at the same time. It's just one of the colors unless you're living in a quantum realm na iba talaga yung dating niya. Pero dito muna tayo sa tangible material world lang natin. Okay? So these chairs are pink. So this part here, ito yung sinasabi ko sa'yo, colors. This part here, it's still a mathematical statement. Now, the Earth is round. Although alam natin na Earth has the shape of an oblate spheroid, pero ganun din, Earth is round. Hindi siya, it's either true or false. So, we know that this is false. So, again, this part here is also a mathematical statement, making number 7 a mathematical statement. Okay? Now, 3 plus 4 minus 5, again, it's not a mathematical statement kasi walang verb part. Verb. Ayan. Number 9, if cats are mammals, then mice are reptiles. Cats are mammals. Mammals. Okay. Okay, it's true. Mice are reptiles. It's false. Pero, again, we know that mice are mammals. Again, we don't care kung true or false. We just care kung mathematical statement but or hindi. Kung mathematical statement, it either has to be true or false but not both. Dahil na-satisfy naman niya yung criteria na yon na hindi pareho na either true or false lang siya, etong part na to true, pero itong dulong to false. Ang nga pala, pwede yung pagdugtungin yan. We will learn that later on, yung mga kino-compound natin yung mga statements. Dito naman kasi dalawa yung verb mo. Are, tsaka itong are na to. So, kumbaga may dalawa kang statements na pinagdugtong. Etong first statement mo, it's true. Okay? Okay na to. Then look at the second statement. Mice are reptiles. This is false, but still a mathematical statement. So, mathematical statement together with another mathematical statement, it's a mathematical statement. It's the same one like this one. This one is a mathematical statement. This one is a mathematical statement. So pag pinagdugtong mo yung dalawang mathematical statements pa rin. Which we cannot say about let us dance. Etong part na to ay command siya. So it's not a mathematical state. Okay? Okay. Let's move on. So, kapag may mga statements ka, so ito yung mga species natin sa logic, mga statements. So when we have statements, we can talk about operations on them. So ano yung mga operations? Parang nag-aaral tayo ng mga numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. May mga operations tayo dito. Namely, yung mga addition, Ano pa? Subtraction, multiplication, division. In fact, meron pa nga exponentiation. Okay, so marami tayong may isip ng mga operations. Okay, may question muna dito. Ah, ano yung ano uli yung item 6 and 7? Anong 6 and Sandy, dito or dito? Dalawa kasi yung 6 and 7. The green one or the blue one? Green or blue? O parang yun, mathematical statement din yun. Green or blue? Parang, okay, blue. Okay. Number 6. So, pi is a special number. So this one is not a mathematical statement. Uh, dahil sa adjective na to, special. Okay? Siguro, kung wala ito, itong term na to, special, pi is a number, what do you call this one? It's a mathematical statement. Pero naglagay ka kasi ng term na special, this makes this whole statement a non-mathematical statement. Kaya, yun lang, magsingit lang kayo ng adjective, pwedeng maging mathematical statement or not mathematical statement na yung buong statement mo. Kasi, for some people, this is true. It's a special number. For some people, this is false. So, may dalawa siyang ano ngayon. May dalawa siyang katangian. It's either true or false. Eh, di ba dapat pag statement ka, dapat isa lang. Hindi ka pwedeng maging dalawa. Okay. On the other hand, sa 7, it's a mathematical statement kasi may dalawa tayong verbs. Ito yun, are and is. So, hatiin mo siya. Aralin mo muna itong isang to. The chairs are pink. Now, when you're looking at the chair or whether or not you are around or beside the chair or yung chair ba na yun, halimbawa dito sa room ko, wala naman pink chair. Pero baka may pink chair sa labas. Hanggang makita ko yung chair na yon or hindi ko makita yung chair na yon, the fact remains if the chair is pink or the chairs are pink. Okay? May isa lang siyang katangian. So, kung makita ko man o hindi, hindi na magbabago agad na iba yung color ng chairs. So, this part here, although it's adjective, katulad nung kanina kong example, this book is yellow, true talaga siya. Pero kahit hindi siya nakikita yung book, the book that I'm holding is yellow, alam ninyo na okay, hindi ko nakikita nga yung book, pero I'm pretty sure it's either yellow or not yellow. Okay? So, isa lang naman pwede maging kulay niya. So, yung chairs, isa lang naman pwede maging kulay niya. Either pink or hindi pink. So, pag nakita ko na, doon ko lang ma-verify kung etong statement na to ay true or false. Pero, for now, alam ko na, hindi, alam ko na pag nakita ko na true or false. Pero, kahit hindi ko pa nakikita, sure ako, sure ako na isa lang yon or sure ako na isa lang sa mga cases na yun ang pwede mangyari. Kumbaga, hindi ko kailangan makita yung upuan para malaman kung pink ito. Basta alam ko in my mind, isa lang ang kulay niya. Okay? So this makes it um, a mathematical statement. Eto, Earth is round, even though hindi ka lumalabas sa planet Earth, may mga empirical evidence says. Okay? May mga ano dyan, nakita nating evidences na may mga proofs na the Earth is oblate spheroid. Kahit hindi ka lumabas ng planet Earth. So because we have those evidences, we know that the Earth is oblate spheroid. So etong Earth is round is false. Regardless, kung false man siya, it's still a mathematical statement. Ang weird daw. It's a mathematical statement nonetheless. So, this part here is a mathematical statement. This part here is a mathematical statement. Put them together two mathematical statements make a bigger mathematical statement. Okay? So, yun yung sinasabi lang dito. Mathematical statements, pareho ito. Okay? So, sentences with adjectives can be a math statement if it's absolutely true or false. But if debatable, if either true or false, not yes, oo. So, sentences with adjectives can still be mathematical statements. Oo. So, ito, may adjective siya, hindi na siya mathematical statement kasi itong special, it's subjective. So, may mga sa ibang tao, special ito, tsaka kumbaga merong intensity of being special. Kumbaga, sa akin, pwedeng hindi special si Pai, pero sa ibang tao, special si Pai. Okay, so kay person A, na ibang tao, special siya, special 60%, parang ito yung mga pag bumibili kayo ng mga milk tea, 50% sugar. So, yun yung sweet. Pag sinabi na pag sinabi na this milk tea is sweet, yung, that one is not a mathematical statement. This milk tea is sweet. Kasi may iba't ibang level tayo ng sweetness. May mga iba 25%, may iba 50%. So, dahil nagiging subjective siya, hindi siya mathematical statement. Okay? Yun yung sinasabi dito. Pero dito sa pink, um, yung upuan mo kasi pink, mapa zero, hindi naman 0% na pink. Mapa 50% na pink man siya, as in talagang pinkish, to a totally hot pink or rose pink, we just classify it as pink. Okay? So, pag nakita mo yung upuan, or hindi mo pa nakikita yung upuan, kumbaga, pupunta ka sa party, pero pupunta ka sa isang debut or ano ba, party, tapos tinanong mo yung or basically, ganito na lang, ikaw yung magbe-birthday, tapos may party planner ka. Tinanong mo yung party planner mo, anong kulay ng mga upuan? Tapos sinabi ng party planner mo, they are color pink, the chairs are pink. So, hindi mo pa nakikita yung mga upuan mo sa party. Pero, sure ka na it's either one of those scenario. Pink or not pink. Hindi pwedeng sabay. Okay? Na yung upuan, sabihin natin ano lang, hindi assorted yung mga upuan. Hindi na pwede yung upuan mo dito, hindi na pwedeng pagpunta ko sa birthday party ko ng ng 6 p.m., pink yung upuan. Kumurap lang ako ng 6:01, naging blue yung upuan. Hindi naman pwede maging ganon. So, may isang property lang talaga yung chair. So, kaya ingat kayo, kapag kadalasan mga colors, they say color, shapes, um, may mga tawag dito sa kinds of adjectives at attributes yata yung term na yon. So, ito mga round, pink, alamin ko to ha. Kasi may mga may mga um para ba may mga kasi pag sinabi mo rin person A is tall, although this is an attribute, again, subjective ang pagiging tall. Kasi paano kung ang nakatingin sa kanya bata? Okay? Pag ang nakatingin sa kanya bata, matangkad talaga si person A. Pero para pag nakatingin sa kanya basketball player. So si person A baka hindi na matangkad. So um medyo ingat lang talaga tayo pagdating sa adjectives. Hindi, red flag talaga ang adjectives. Yung mga ganito, pink, round. Usually, um, kapag ganito lang talaga, mga special, yan, mga terms na ganyan, it would signify a non-mathematical statement. Pero sa part na to, kasi yun nga, sabi ko, it can either be pink or not pink, which corresponds to being true or not true, mathematical statement siya. Okay? So, May isa pang halimbawa, the moon is made out of cheese. Ayan. So, is this true or false? So, itong part na to, made out of cheese, very, ano siya, no? Complex na nung statements na to. So, for this part, is this true or false? You know that this is clearly false kasi may evidences. Even though hindi pa tayo nakakapunta ng moon. Okay? Hindi tayo nakapunta ng moon, pero alam natin, hindi siya made out of cheese talaga. So that one is false and it's actually a mathematical statement. So, if the adjective is bright, the sentence being the chair is bright pink. Okay. Kunyari, the chair is bright pink. Oh, that's a good one. Oo nga, no? I would say it's no longer a mathematical statement, in my opinion. In my opinion, o nga, no? Kasi yung bright, ano ang ano ang criteria natin ng pagiging bright ng pink? Okay. Yung hot pink, it's actually a real color. Tama ba? Di ba? Ayun. Hot pink, talagang color talaga siya. Pero ang bright pink, hindi siya specific color talaga. Ayun. Yung bright, tama, pag may bright ka na dito, so meron ka ditong ad adverb that what do you call this one? An adverb that describes pink. Yeah. Na-invalidate na yung pagiging mathematical statement niya. So yun. Kaya pag may mga adverbs ka rin, ingat kayo. Pero itong part na lang nito, yung pink lang kasi, isang ano lang niya, attribute na talaga yun. Pero magandang question yun. Paano nga na pag bright pink, ganyan. So it's no longer, pag may bright nga, it's no longer an adjective. It's no longer a mathematical statement. Ayun. Mapapadebate kayo talaga dito. So, malinaw ba medyo yon yung red flag talaga natin ang adjectives. Oo. So the usage of bright in a sentence makes it subjective and thus not a mathematical statement. Ito ha, kasi oo, para sa akin, oo, yes, it invalidates it as a mathematical statement. Pag meron kang mga terms na katulad, magsisingit ka pa ng mga katulad mga anong bright. Pero, kunyari, what if, the chairs are yellowish pink? Ah, ito nga, no? Ish, kasi pag mga, I think it's, again, not a mathematical statement. Kasi pag sinabi mong yellowish, what do you mean by yellowish? Parang ito na naman yung sweet. 10%, 25%, 50%. So, nilalagay mo. So, ganun din. The chairs are pinkish. So, ayun yung naging difference. Masingitan mo lang ng mga ganung mga s- uh, suffix. Nagbabago na ngayon yung yung ano niya, kung isa ba siyang mathematical statement or hindi. So the chairs are pink, it's a mathematical statement. The chairs are pinkish, it's not a mathematical statement. Kasi pinkish, anong pinkish? Okay, 0%, 10%, 25%, 50%, 75%. Nagkakaroon na ng percentage. Pero ito kasi, pink, pag sinabi mo, it spans a entire spectrum. So, kumbaga, kinover niya lahat. So, yung pink na nakikita mo kung lighter hue ka, yung pink na nakikita ko na brighter, ganyan, it's a pink. As in, one pink lang talaga siya. So, uh, either maliban na lang kung of course hindi natin sabihin yung mga may color blind, iba yung usapan na yun. We're talking about average people. Okay? If the same but if the same is 25% pink, isn't still subjective? Yes. Kung may 25% pink ka, subjective pa rin siya. Kasi ang 25% ko at ang 25% mo, pwedeng magkaiba rin yon. Here comes kung ano ibig sabihin ng ng pink. Kasi I'm getting the sense of it. Okay. Mm. Kasi dito, sinasabi dito, 0 to 100% pink ang idea. Pero ano ba ibig sabihin ng 100% pink ngayon? It's a good question. Oo nga. Actually, wala nagtanong. Naisip ko lang siya bigla. Kasing, ito yung dahilan kung ba't iniiwasan ko yung talaga itong mga ganito eh. It's actually it's actually a matter of debate talaga kapag, um, if you see this book, if I say this is gold, will you say, okay, yellow? Is it 25% yellow or 50% yellow? It's just yellow. Yun yun. Hindi natin siya lalagyan ng percentage talaga. And ang yellow na to, maybe it's not too yellow for you, but it's yellow for me. Or para sa inyo iba, gold siya. Um, magiging point of contention talaga siya. Okay? Pag adjective talaga yung mga usapan. Pero, how to put, how to settle this? Huh. Ang ano, pag colors talaga, mapapaano ka talaga, no? Mapapahaba ang debate talaga natin dito. Oo. Now, hindi ko siya mabigyan ng verdict tuloy. Nagbago ang isip ko sa number 7. It's really more of a very philosophical and linguistic talaga to, debate. Eh. Ito muna, iwanan ko muna kayo ng ano, ng... So number 7, it's now hanging on a balance kung mathematical statement pa siya or hindi. Ganito na lang. Um, kapag nakakita kayo ng adjective, just be careful. Yun muna yon. Kasi siguro pag mga ganito, pag nakita kayo ng mga sa exam, it's best that you inquire it to us. Parang, ano, kung tama pa siya or hindi. Total naman, baka ako yung mag-check naman to. Ako yung magbibigay ng verdict. Depende kung, kasi hindi ako yung baka gumawa ng exam. So, hindi ko alam kung ano tumatakbo sa utak nila. Pero kasi, pag ako nagpapagawa ng exam, I do not give these types of question. Kasi, napaka-vague niya para sa akin din. Ngayon ko na medyo, basta may adjectives, I find it vague. Kahit dito, ang verdict ko, this one is a mathematical statement. I still avoid it as much as possible unless ma-define kung ano yung pink. I think sa RGB na, I think yung mga nagpe-painting, mayroon silang ano talaga, mayroon silang, ewan ko, I may definition ng pink depending on hue, sharpness, brightness, and all of that. Kung ma-define talaga natin ang pink as is very precise, mayroon talagang definition of what a pink is. Yun yung chair. This one will become a mathematical statement. Pag ito, meron na talaga siyang precise and accurate definition. Ano ang pink? Pink is ju. As in talagang pwede may scientific explanation, may scientific, ano talaga, bibigyan tayo natin ng statement, na definition. Pero, dito sige, baka umaba ang ano natin pag-discuss. Let's leave it for now as is. Okay? Baka ma-clarify natin ito later on as we progress sa lesson natin. Okay? So sorry, medyo naging point of debate yung number 7 tuloy. Kasi dahil nga sa pink and brown. Pero earth is round, it's non-debatable kasi may mga evidences. Parang kailangan mo talaga ng evidentiary support talaga para yung sinasabi nila yung kailangan, do you need to produce it para masabi mong pink talaga siya? Or do you take it as parang natanggapin mo lang siya as a fact, tapos mamaya mo na lang titignan. Yun yun eh. So, do you need really a kasi medyo mahirap din yun. Kasi pag sinabi mo, an atom has electrons. Although we know that an atom has electrons, un- hindi mo nakikita ang atom. Okay? Hindi mo siya nakikita unless meron ka talagang special apparatus para makita talaga sila. Hindi mo siya nakikita, pero you believe it. Or numbers pa. Um, a hydrogen has one proton. Ayun, one proton. One. How do you know that it has one proton? Well, evidences say na may one proton siya, pero hindi mo naman siya nakikita. But you still believe in that adjective na may one proton talaga siya. Adjective talaga siya. So, uh, it really boils down to medyo ano tayo, we are now getting out of the realm of mathematics. We're now going to the realm of philosophy. So, maraming mga schools of thoughts regarding this. Ang even mathematicians, depende rin sa mga mathematicians na natatanungin mo, uh, most of mathematicians kasi nakilala ko, they are what we call Platonics or Platonists. Pag sa mga Platonists, naniniwala sila na hindi mo kailangan makita yung bagay na to para mabigyan mo siya ng ng criteria or justification katulad ng mga numbers. You don't need to see a number two. What is a number two? You don't actually know what a number two looks like. Pero pag nakakakita ka ng dalawang bagay, alam mong number, yun yung representation ng number two. Okay? Pero may mga pros and cons yung mga ganong uh, mindset. Pero we are not going to delve into that subject kasi it's beyond the realm of math then. Medyo mabigat na, heavy kind na yun. As in, mga ongoing debates pa rin yung mga yun. So, eto, we'll leave it for now na questionable muna siya. Sige, questionable. Okay, questionable siya kung ano ba ang verdict natin. And let's move on muna sa operations on statements. Okay, so okay na muna yon. Let's leave it ano muna as is. Kasi kahit ako nabagabag din ako bigla. Kaya siya nasa question dito na determine whether the following is a statement or not. Kasi yun nga, parang we're going to use our best judgment. Okay, sige. Basta may question lang kayo, feel free to interrupt me anytime. Okay, so pag may mga ano tayo, statements, we can create bigger statements. And we can create bigger statements with the use of operations. So, ano yung mga operations na yon? So, ang mga operations natin when it comes to mathematical statements are the ideas of conjunction, disjunction, conditional, meron pang isa, negation. Okay? Pero mamaya pa natin papakilala yon. Ano ang conjunction? Conjunction, it's when we have etong statement na to, statement P and statement Q. We simplify it with the symbol here. P, ang basa nito sa mga code land, which is weird. P land Q or P and Q. Disjunction P or Q, ito naman ang symbol dito. Ito, yung parang letter V. P or Q. Now, conditional. Ito yung hypothesis mo. If P or premise, then Q. Q is the conclusion part. And we have this symbol. P implies Q with this arrow here. Okay? Sorry pala, di mo pala. And then we also have the biconditional. Biconditional is P if and only if Q. So, two-way siya na conditional. The conditional means, so dalawa lang ibig sabihin niya. Kumbaga, P implies Q and Q implies P. Uh, pinag-swap mo yung conclusion tsaka hypothesis or premise. That is, the conjunction of the P implies Q. Yun nga pala yung mga basa dito na. Basa pala dito, uh, bihirang basa, kadalasan binabasa to if P then Q. Pero basa namin minsan dito, P implies Q. Implies Q. Mas madali kang siyang sabihin na P implies Q. So, P implies Q and Q implies P. In symbols, P implies Q, parentheses, at yung dalawang yon, and Q implies. Okay? And finally, negation, not P. Not P. Ito yung symbol na yun. Or minsan yung ginagamit ng mga iba, baka makita nyo sa exemption. Not. Ito yung ginagamit nila ng symbol. Not P. Pag ganito. Sorry. Not P. Ayan. Now, except for negation, all operations are binary. That is, they involve two statements at a time. So dito, binary operation to mga to, kato the mga 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 4 times 4, binary operation yan. Pero, ang negation ay unary operation. Yung term nila, unary operation. Halimbawa ng unary operation sa math, yung mga 2 cube. Unary operation siya. Kasi hindi siya dalawang numbers, 2 tapos may 3. Ibig sabihin, ito yung operation natin. Tinitriple mo yung 2. Ibig sabihin yan, 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? Tinitriple mo siya. Siya yung operation. Ito yung operation. Hindi siya yung number. Okay? So, don't worry about those. Yun yung sinasabi ng unary operation and binary operation. But we're not going to delve kung unary ba siya or binary operation. We are going to go deeper kung ano bang ginagawa ng ito. So, the statements in example 5 can form the following compound statements using connectives. Okay, P and Q. Halimbawa, P and Q. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 and 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. R or S. All roses are red or the Philippines has more than 7,000 islands. Ito halimbawa, ito all roses are red. Yan na naman, may color ka. Red, of course, false to. Kasi some roses are white, some roses are pink. And we go again, pink, red. So ano ba yung sa ba tumitigil ang pagiging pink at sa nag-start pagiging red? Okay? Ito, Philippines has more than 7,000 islands. We know that it has 7,107 ba? I forgot. Okay. P implies S. If 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, then the Philippines has more than 7,000 islands. Q, if and only if R. 2 plus 3 is equal to 6, if and only if all roses are red. And not P, 1 plus 1 is not equal to 2. Okay? Kasi ito yung P eh. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Not P, yung verb yung inenegate mo. Not P. 1 plus 1 is not equal. Okay? Yung part na yon, yung verb. Okay. So, now, are the resulting statements using the connectives still considered mathematical statements? That is, do they have truth value? Yun ibig sabihin ng mathematical statements. Do they still fall under the category of being true or false, but not both? Pag pinagdugtong mo ba yung dalawa? So, for the operations of mathematical statements to be legitimate or well-defined operations, the result must again be another mathematical statement. So, kung mathematical statement ka, may truth value ka. So, we now define when the given statements above are true and when they are false. So, the conjunction P or P and Q is true if both P and Q are true. Otherwise, it is false. Okay? So, kailangan, kung true ito, then, etong buong statement mo na to, true ito. Pero pag isa sa kanila, hindi true, naging false ito, automatic, lahat sila false. Pero it's still a mathematical statement. Okay? Yun ang sinasabi nun. Sinasabi lang natin kung kailan true at kung kailan false. Pero regardless, it's still a mathematical statement. Now, disjunction, true ito kapag isa sa kanila ay true. Okay? So, hindi kailangan parehong true. Isa lang ang kailangan ng true. False siya kapag parehong false. Okay? Now, the conditional P implies Q is false. Ito yung medyo iba dito, is false only when the premise is true tapos Q is false. Okay? Pag ganito yung situation mo, true yung premise mo or true yung hypothesis, pero false yung conclusion mo, this makes the entire mathematical statement false. Okay? Usually, ang tawag natin nun, it's a lie. Nagsisinungaling siya. Kasi totoo lahat ng mga totoo yung sinasabi niya rito, pero yung nakuha niya rito na conclusion, false naman. Okay? So, nagsisinungaling siya. So, biconditional naman, true ito if and only if yung P and Q are both true or both are false. Pag true ito, dapat true ito para maging true lahat. Pag false ito, false din dapat ito para maging true lahat. Medyo nakakaloko, no? Aayusin natin ito mamaya. May gagawin tayong table para makita talaga ninyo bakit ganon. Kailangan pag parehong false, true yon. True lahat. Okay? Medyo parang mind-boggling siya. And finally, the negation not P is true if P is false. Siyempre, kung true ito, ninegate mo ang hindi totoo, false. Pero kapag false ito, ninegate mo ang false, magiging true. This is what we do when we take true or false exams. Okay? Okay. So let's just tignan natin kung ano mangyayari. Bagay kayo yung example. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. This is true. 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. This is false. Pero and kasi ito, and true and false, this is false. Now, all roads are red. This is false. Philippines is more than 7,000 islands. This is true. Or naman kasi ito, so okay lang, false or true, this would be true. This will be equal to true. Now, if 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, this is true. The Philippines has more than 7,000 islands. This is also true. So, true implies true. So, this entire thing would be true. 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. This is false. All rows are red. This is false. So, dahil false ito, false din yung pangalawa dahil if and only if ito, if and only if this one is entire is true. Ito yung mga weird, ano no? False ito, false, pero yung buo ay true. 1 plus 1 is not equal to 2. This is false. Kasi yung P ay true. So, not true, false. Okay? Yun naman. So, simple lang, true or false lang. Pero it's in a mathematical. They are still mathematical statements. So, in cases of operations on compound statements, we use delimiters, parentheses, braces, or brackets to group together statements, or to group statements together. For example, the statement P or Q, I'm sorry, P and Q or R implies not Q is the disjunction of the conjunction. Is the disjunction of the conjunction P and Q, and the conditional R implies not Q. So, conjunction siya ng dalawang to. Ito, tsaka ito. So, iisa-isahin natin ngayon yung truth value niyan. Para, I'm getting ahead. Paano natin malalaman kung true or false ito? So, isa-isahin natin. Tignan natin kung true or false ito at true or false ito. Okay? Okay, so may technique tayo on how to do that. So, let P, Q, and R be true statements. Determine the truth value of the following. P or Q and R. P implies not Q, not P, and Q implies not R. And then number 2, determine the truth value of S if of statement S if P or Q if and only if not R or S is false. So isa-isahin natin to. So tingnan natin to, no? P Assume natin P, Q, and R are true statements. Lahat sila true. True ang P, Q ay true, R ay true. So, P, Q, ito na pala may solution. P, Q, and R. So, si P, true. Ito muna, yung nasa parenthesis muna yung ano natin. Parang PEMDAS. Q is true or true. True or true, ano ang ano, true, sorry pala, true and true, that would be true. Tapos, or yung operation natin. True or true, true or true, that would be true. So, this one is true. Okay? How about P implies not Q? Okay. Yung P ay true. Q is true. Pero not true, that becomes false. So true implies false becomes this entire thing is false. Okay? How about not P or Q implies not R? So not P, dahil ang P mo ay true, not P ay false. Q is true, not R is false. Tignan natin itong dalawang to kasi ito yung nasa parentheses. False and true, false. Okay? False implies false. Okay, balikan natin to. Ang sabi lang dito, ang conditional false lamang siya kapag ito ay true, kapag tapos ang conclusion mo false. Kapag ito yung combination mo, true implies false, the entire thing is false. Any other combination, kung ito ay true, lahat true. Kung ito ay false, ito ay true, true. Kung ito ay false, true pa rin. Di ba labo pa nangyari yun? We will explain it soon. Pero may mga school of thoughts behind that. Okay, so nagiging false lang siya pag ito ay true, ito ay false. So, dahil lang meron tayo, false ito implies false implies false, this entire thing is true. Okay? Now, number two. So, P or P ay true, Q ay true, not R is false. Ang tanong, hindi pa natin alam ito. Yung etong buong statement na to, false ito. Okay? False siya lahat. So, aalamin natin itong color, itong part na to, itong color pink na to, which is pink. Doon natin sa pink na yan. Okay. P or Q. Ito muna. Ay, and pala. P and Q. Ano ang P and Q? True and true. Ano ang true and true? True. On the other hand, this part here, not R, which is false, or we don't know this one here, question mark pa yan. Okay. Not R, sabi daw dito, not R is false. Okay. Kung false to, ganito na gawin natin. False to, kung true ang nilagay mo dito, false or true, ano ang sagot? True. True, if and only if true, ano magiging sagot? True. So, mako-contradict niya yung assumption natin na false dapat yung final answer. So, hindi pwedeng maging true ito. So, subukan naman natin pag false. Pag false naman siya, false or false, false. True, if and only if false, kailangan pareho, di ba? Sabi. Magkaiba sila, automatic false. So, mo-force ang S natin maging false. Okay? Yun yun. Ifo-force talaga niya maging false. Kasi pag true ito, false or true, magiging true ito, again, magiging true lahat ito. So, iko-contradict na ito. Okay? Okay. Sige. Tingnan natin kung kaya pa. Ito pala yung solutions. Okay. So, here are some exercises. You can, medyo matrabaho lang to. Hindi natin gagawin, syempre. Uh, so, assume PQR P, Q, and R are true. And then, eto, gawan niyo rin siya ng, ano, ng kung paano isolve, katulad itong, itong part na to. Okay? Okay. So, sige, mga 3 minutes na lang. Okay. Now, truth tables. We can use truth tables to represent the truth values. Ito yung parang technique para, kasi kanina nag-assume tayo na si P, Q, R are true. Okay, in-assume natin na yun lang siya, P, Q, R are true. Paano pag si P ay false pala, si Q ay false? Hindi natin kinonsider yung case na yon. Okay? So ito, i-consider natin lahat ng possible cases. Hindi lang yung case na si PQR o yung mga, kumbaga, yung mga building blocks natin. Kasi may operations na tayo, operations. Ito yung mga building blocks natin. Hindi natin i-assume na yung mga building blocks natin true lagi. Pwede sila maging false. Okay? So, para makita natin yung big picture talaga, ano yung mga possible combinations, pwede tayong gumamit ng truth values or truth table. We use truth tables to represent truth values of the compound statements discussed above. We consider all possible cases for P and Q, whether they're true or false. Note that there are 4 cases when 2 statements are considered. So, for P, sa P, ito yung P, no? Either true or false. Sa Q naman, may dalawa kang case. Either true or false, kumbaga i-pair mo ito. Tapos, either true or false din siya. Dalawa lang naman yun, either true or false, or true or false. So this is your combination, true and false, false and true, false and false. So in effect, meron kang, kasi dito meron kang dalawang choices. Dito may dalawang choices ka. 2 times 2, you have 4 choices. Okay? So we present the two tables for the conjunction, disjunction, conditional, and biconditional. Recall when the statements resulting from connectives are either true or false. So, halimbawa, conjunction. The conjunction, it's true only when both P and Q are true. Otherwise, false na lahat. So pag ang P mo true, ang Q mo true, yung conjunction nila true. Pero pag yung isa sa kanila false, true, and false, false. False and true, false. False and false, false. Okay? Disjunction, P or Q. False only when both P and Q are false. So, true and true, true. True or false, sorry, or pala. True or false, basta isa lang sa kanila ang true, automatic lahat true. False or true, true. And finally, false or false, false. Okay? Ito lang yung nagiging false. Okay, let me check. Tapusin ko na itong lahat ng tables na to and then discuss tayo. Conditional. P implies Q. False only when the premise is true and the conclusion is false. So, the rest, lagi true. So, kapag true ang premise mo at true ang conclusion mo, P implies Q is true. True implies false, false. False ang premise, pero true ang conclusion, true lahat. False ang premise, false din ang conclusion. True lahat yung statement natin. Okay? Now, biconditional. True only when P and Q have the same truth value. So kapag pareho sila ng truth value, true. Parang, what do you call this one? Minana nila mula dito sa conditional yun. So kapag true ang P, Q ay true, P if and only if Q, true. True ang P, false naman ang Q, false. false ang P, true ang Q, false. Dito siya na iba, no? False ang P, Q ay false, true. Iniiwasan ko sabihin ito yung premise, ito yung conclusion. Kasi pag sinabi mo if and only if Q, P plays the role of premise, Q plays the role of conclusion. Pero pag binalitan mo yung Q implies P part, Q is the premise, P is the conclusion. Kaya iniiwasan ko sabihin premise and conclusion sa part ng ito. Okay? And last, negation, ating simple, kapag true si P, not P, false. Kapag true si, pag false P, of course, not P is true. So if there are two statements, as seen above, there are four or two squared rows in the table showing all possible cases. Yun yung pinakita natin. True, false, true, false, true, false. So may apat kang cases. Pero kapag there are three statements, there are now 2 to the power 3 or 8 cases. In general, if there are n statements, there are 2 to the power n cases. So ang trabaho nito, so halimbawa may PQR ka. PQR, so ito true, false. Ang PQ, true, uh, true or false. Okay, true or false. Ako nahihilo rin bigla. Teka lang. PQR. True, false, true, false, true, false. Ayan. Tapos ito sa R, true, false, dito true, false, true, false, true, false. One. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yun yan, yun yung 8 cases. So, ano lang, true, false lang lagi. So, may dalawang case doon lagi, true, false, tapos sa true ulit. Parang gumagawa ka ng 3 diagram. Okay? So, yeah, we end here. Any questions? We'll continue with this one next meeting sa mga examples. Okay. Kung may tanong, email lang ako and then papadala ko yung video mamaya. Gagawa ka ng playlist. Okay. With that, thank you very much for attending. See you all on Friday. Okay? Hindi tayo na. Tuesday and Friday. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, question po.
Sige, tanong. Oo.
Um, Regarding po yung class space, will we be using Google Classroom or Oovle or um ano po? Will we have a space for
Ah,
our class?